actually 28 weeks today, so I'm now in the 3rd trimester. And I had a bit of a lie-in actually, because following New York, going straight back to work and yoga and hypnotherapy and all sorts like that, we've not actually had a chance to chill. So Mark was back in work this morning, and I had a bit of a lie-in, and it dawned on me, I've got 12 weeks to go, and actually that might be one of the last ever lie-ins I get. Oh my god, how scary is that? I'm actually on my way to Sainsbury's and I'm walking. Have I really got the time to walk? No. But I was really worried before going to New York about my pelvis and the walking and things like that. And actually I did okay. I had to take my time. I took lots of rests, and admittedly by the time it got to about 5 o'clock I'd had my fill and needed to rest. However, oh my god, the cutest little dog is coming up. Sorry, hang on. Sorry, how cute was that? Yeah, so I took my time. There were a couple of evenings where I was really in pain, and took a couple of painkillers and had to rest up and then take it easy the next day. So we had some really action-packed days and some slightly slower days, but they were still busy nonetheless. But the upshot of that is, when I've now come back, we got back on Monday. I was pretty sore when I got off the plane, which we just put down to all the walking, but actually I think it was sitting on a plane for 9 hours, or 8 hours, however long it was in the end. And Tuesday and Wednesday I had amazing days, literally like the least amount of pain I've had for a long time. Felt incredible. Went back to work Wednesday, pain started up Wednesday night and Thursday. So I saw the physio yesterday and she agrees that actually the walking is helping, but there is obviously now a concern that now I'm back to work, I am sitting down for 8 hours a day. Yeah, I can obviously walk to the toilet and walk to get drinks more, but it's nowhere near the amount of walking I was doing in New York. So if I can try and work in some walking where I can, that'd be great. In terms of a pelvis update, then they did have to manipulate my pubic bone back into place again. It wasn't as far out as last time, so that was a positive. But yeah, did still need to be pushed back in, which is a bit disheartening, because now you know that I've now got another 2-3 days of pain, so just take some painkillers, try and work through it and see what happens at the beginning of next week, really. As my bump gets bigger, potentially it could be made worse, or hopefully we can just counteract it and perhaps balance it up, maybe, I'm not sure. So I've still got my pelvis belt, but I've now got another support belt which is going to lift up my stomach, because my bump is getting big now, which is fairly normal. I'll do a proper bump shot when we get home later. Excuse me being out of breath, another pregnancy thing. And to try and, they're worried about limiting the movement of the baby, so rather than wearing both belts at all times, I just have to wear them when I'm moving, and then I just wear the stomach one when I'm stationary, when I'm sitting down. And then they've stretched out my physio appointments from every 2 weeks to every 3 weeks, so that's a positive. So we'll get there. They're looking after me, and really, and that started to hit home. As I said, I've only really, if we're going to do it every 3 weeks, I've only got a couple more appointments, and that'll be it. The baby will be here, and then it's about looking at what the pelvis has done after, and they were saying not to worry really. However, they do recommend I ask while being in hospital after the baby to have a physio check, it's not always possible, because potentially if there's nothing wrong, they could send me home in a couple of hours and it might be in the middle of the night. But to request one anyway, and then potentially I might be able to get one first thing in the morning if it is during the night, or if it's during the day, then, you know, they can send someone to see me a bit later on, just to assess what the pelvis has done, and also if there's any other impact. Like at the moment they're now starting to measure my stomach. Your abdominal muscles begin to split, which is normal. They have to obviously let the baby grow. And they measure it by finger widths, and I've got a 2 finger width gap at the top and a 1 finger width gap at the bottom, which she said people who haven't even had a baby can have that gap, so that's not to worry at all. It's literally just monitoring where I am, and obviously you don't want that gap to, well, you want that gap to be as small as possible to allow a better chance of healing after the baby. So they can also then look at that and perhaps potentially sort out some exercises. But all in all, I'm feeling okay. The baby is, I think, going to be a world champion kickboxer. It honestly feels like it's run out of room. It is pushing me from all angles, and it's not just a foot or a hand. Not that I can distinguish them like other people seem to be able to, but I can just feel several pressure points at the same time. So it must be like a foot, a hand, a knee and an elbow all at once. And the other night, it's calmed down today, but it's been going on for the last 3 days now. And the first day, I was actually in pain. I must have been bruised from the inside. It really was hurting. And it would be proper like push, 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 push. And then it'd go crackers, and it would be like it was punching you. And you just think, that's enough now, stop. And you tell it off and it would stop, and then it would just do like one punch, just say, huh, I'll do what I like, thanks. And again, that was another funny thing. When the physio was examining my abdominal muscles, she was obviously feeling around my stomach, and the physio got a punch as well. It was like a proper, get off my mum, leave my mum alone. Which was quite sweet and quite nice and made us both chuckle. So that's quite nice. But yeah, all in all, not feeling too bad. Go through waves of being excited and then scared, a bit like this morning when you think, oh my god, 12 weeks time, life is so gonna change, like really change. And New York kind of hammered that home as well, in that it was really nice to kind of think that actually we were a family of 3 on that holiday, but on that plane back, I think that's the last, or probably certainly a long haul flight, I would imagine, that me and Mark will do on our own for a long time, and that doing things just us will become a thing of the past, but will certainly be less frequent. And you just think, oh god, things are really gonna change. What does this mean? And you do get a flutter of panic, and it's not in a nasty way, because obviously the baby is very much wanted, but it's just the unknown. It is just, yeah, who knows what's going to happen. Other news, we started hypnobirthing, but to be perfectly honest with you, my hand is beginning to freeze. I'm nearly at Sainsbury's, so I'll update you on that when I get back later, and I can give you a bump shot too. So, excuse the mess behind me. Bump is kicking away, but this is front view of Bump and side view of Bump. Now beginning to feel suitably massive. If I lift up my top, so because I'm now home, I have taken off the normal waist belt. Oh, I've got a vest top and me Bump jeans, but I do now need about half an hour's notice before going to the toilet. But I now have this belt on as well to support the stomach and lift the Bump. So yeah, I am getting rather large. Does look like I'm smuggling a bowling ball. It is pretty round. I can't tell whether it's a high or a low Bump anymore. Everyone seems to have a new opinion on whether it's a girl or a boy. Everyone in America seemed to be thinking it was a boy. But for anyone who knows me, I have got quite an ample bosom, so the fact that it's actually sticking out quite a way past my bust now says something. So yeah, that is an up-to-date bump shot for you. Evelyn! So, I gave you a bump shot the other day, but I didn't really then sit down and give you another update because we had some friends come to stay who, look, we've been friends with for years, but it's my best friend and her husband, and they now live up north due to him being in the RAF, so they had to obviously have to move around and locate. So I was catching up with her, but unbeknown to me, on the Sunday, although I knew that we were going for breakfast, it was actually a surprise. Oh, I can't even get it around the right way. Baby shower! Which was a really nice surprise, and everybody was there, which was lovely. My mum, my aunt, my nan, all my friends, all my best friends. Becky was with us as well, my stepdaughter, which was lovely. And I just felt really overwhelmed, and yeah, I'm just lucky, really. It's really strange because it's always and it's not because anyone else is lazy or anything like that, but I am a planner, and that's just the way it always has been, and a bit of an organiser and a bit of a list maker, and I always do things kind of early and ahead of time, which if anyone knows me, they will know. So I always start my Christmas shopping early, yada yada yada. Everyone takes the piss. Sorry, just resting my arm. I'm gonna sit down talking to you, so probably not the best angle for you. But because of all that, never in a million years did I ever think I'd actually then get a baby shower, because it's always me who's the one organising it for other people. Everyone else's baby shower I've always done. So unless I was going to organise my own, I really didn't think I was going to get one. So it was a massive surprise, and really, really humbled. And Bambino was thoroughly spoiled. It was just lovely and so exciting, because you're seeing all these little things. And like I said earlier on in the video, time is beginning to really tick by, and you're now beginning to think, oh my god, it's not actually going to be long before we're using these things. But I've got some really, really cool stuff. So I'll try and give you a bit of a glance. So I really don't want to unwrap these kind of hampers that you can see. So in the main one, which I haven't opened yet, these are all kind of products for me and for baby. So they are all the probably how to describe them, necessary but not so nice things, but actual vital things such as breast pads and maternity pads and things. But I've also got some muslin cloths, some moisturising cream, baby shampoo, baby wipes, nappies, fantastic. I got given another pack of nappies, but actually in the size up, so that's great. I'm never ever gonna have those left over, so the more the merrier, which is fantastic. I did get another kind of, I think they're called nappy cakes. Woo! There's a better shot for you. So in there I've got, I think I said I had a baby grow, a blanket, and a Sophie the giraffe, which is like a chew toy, which apparently every parent needs, I'm told. And I really don't want to unwrap it. It seems really sad, but I'm gonna have to at some point. But I think I'm gonna leave it for as long as possible. I've got some rattles. What else did I get? Oh, I got another sleeping bag, which, as you know already, oh, it's all tangled up. Which, as you know already, our theme is stars. So I've got another one here. So it's cream with grey stars on, so that's perfect in our theme. I have already got a sleeping bag, which I showed you in my sale haul. However, this one is actually for 6 to 18 months. So this would be the next size up to the one I've got. So that's great, like really good. Kind of will see us through now for the nursery, which is fantastic. I got a couple of bath towels, which I haven't had any. So I got a really nice kind of plain white set from John Lewis. And that looks really, really nice and fluffy, and it's got a wash mitt in it. And then from my mum, because my mum loves elephants, always has done. And she picked me up like a little bath towel with a little elephant at the corner. And in grey and mint green it says, "Hello, little one," which is really cute. And then she also got me a really nice kind of sleep suit as well. But that has also got an elephant on, and it's got stars, which is perfect. And it's in the size 3 to 6 months, because I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, that's like a toddler sleep suit, which is not at all. It's 3 to 6 months. So that's great. So like, it's nice to start getting kind of clothes for later on. I have got a few newborn stuff, although I'm panicking that I've not got enough. But I don't know. I don't know what is the right amount anymore, because we don't know what it is. Obviously, we know it's a baby. But as far as we know, it's kind of a green flavour rather than a pink or a blue so far. And it would be really nice to get some actual girl or boy things as and when it's here. So we don't want to get too much, but at the same time, I don't want to anticipate that I'll be able to go straight out like the next day. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know what the situation's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a sticky baby. But we'll figure that one out. What else did I get? Oh, we got a really cute Paddington Bear cuddly toy. Which, interestingly enough, Mark and I were just saying the other day that we haven't actually got like a teddy for the baby. From New York, we got a little bear, which I'll show you later on before the end of this vlog. Which is really, really cute, but it's not really baby friendly. For a start, it's got eyes on it, so that's not baby friendly at all. But it's just a nice memento, really, for the bambino. But yeah, we love this. And even Mark said, oh, that would have been an amazing theme to have had a Paddington Bear nursery. He's not keen on the stars. But it's a bit late now. He said, do what you like, so I did. But yeah, so well chuffed with this. So this is going to sit in the cot. And then the thing that I was most chuffed with, if I can reach it, was this Ollie the owl. Now, I've been doing some research as to like similar things, and you can get this. There's one called Ewan the sheep, which was really, really popular. And basically, that I don't know how do they're called light and sound sleep aids. But essentially, they are things which mimic noises from the mum, and can help with sleep. So they can mimic womb noises and heartbeat noises and things that can comfort the baby. And a lot of them are white noise, so you don't hear it, but the baby does. And I've been looking, like I say, at Ewan the sheep, and people rave about them and that they can really help kind of soothe babies. The only thing, I had actually come across Ollie the owl, and I'd put it on my Amazon wish list, which there is no way my nan would ever have known how to access or even see my Amazon wish list, and I don't think anyone even realised they had one, to be perfectly honest. And the reason I had this one on there is because this is actually cry activated, whereas Ewan the sheep and a lot of the other ones that you get, you actually have to go in and activate it, which if you're going in to activate it when the baby starts crying, you're kind of defeating the object, because then the baby sees you anyway, and so you might as well pick it up and soothe it yourself. Whereas things like this, if it's cry activated, then it can actually obviously start itself, and you potentially don't have to go in and soothe the child, and it can actually start to learn to self-soothe. So I'm made up by having this, and this was a complete, like, on my list as a nice to have, like a really nice to have, because they aren't a necessity. You don't need them, and there are far more important things we needed to be spending our money on than something like that. But it was certainly something I really did like. So it was on my list. But now I have one, which is amazing. Well, I don't, technically. Bambino has one. But I then might get some sleep as well, which will be amazing. So I'm really, really chuffed with that. There are still some things I do need to get, such as, oh God, I was thinking the other day, like thermometers. So like the room thermometer and a bath thermometer. And at the moment, which is a bit of a running joke, because I love a really hot bath, which obviously I can't have right now because of being pregnant. You can have your bath at a maximum of 37.5 degrees. I sometimes push my luck at 38. But I don't have a thermometer to test that, which I know in the good old days you'd use your elbow. But I still don't have a bloody clue as to what that is meant to feel like on my elbow. So I've actually been using my turkey thermometer, my meat thermometer at the moment. That's on the bathroom windowsill. Yes, I'm shoving it in the water. No, I'm not shoving it in me. Cue all the bad jokes. Let's just get them out of the way. So yeah, it'll actually be good. I need to get a thermometer for the baby anyway, for the baby bath. But actually, if I could get that sooner rather than later, I can actually use it as well. So I need to get that. I need to get a room thermometer. I think they're called grow eggs, something like that. They're in an egg shape. I think that's what they're called. I need to get a bath support. So I got given from work, or from a lady at work, a baby bath, which was lovely. However, they can be quite cumbersome because it's just a traditional plastic baby bath. Quite cumbersome to try and hold the child and perhaps grab something to wash them, because obviously they can't support themselves from the word go. So you can get something called an angel care seat, which is a bit like a silicone mesh seat that they can then, like, it kind of cradles them, I guess, like that. And you can sit, I'm presuming I could then sit that in the bath, in the actual baby bath, and then when they're older, in the actual bath. So I'm kind of keeping an eye out for one of them, or something that I would really like, and I keep looking at them, and it's because I've already been given a baby bath, I couldn't necessarily justify getting one, but it's called a snuggle bath, SCHNUGGLE, snuggle bath, and the concept is really simple, in that baby baths are normally like long, they imitate a traditional bath, whereas obviously babies, you're holding them and you're sitting them upright. So this one actually looks a bit more like a bucket, which sounds awful, but it's like a bucket with a seat. So it can't really be used for much more than like 6 months, to be fair, which is, I think, is one of the reasons why it's holding me back. Depending on how big your baby is, I guess, really. But there's like a back support. I mean, it isn't like straight up and down like a bucket. There is a slight incline to it, but that's kind of the premise. I'll see if I can insert a photo of one like in, so I can actually you can picture what I mean. But it then means your hands are free. So if you need to grab something, not that you would leave them unattended, but if you just need to lean across to grab a towel, or to grab I don't know, like a nappy, or some lotion or shampoo or anything like that, your hands are then free. They're also supported, and you're using less water, because actually when they're in the bigger baby baths, you're filling up a lot of water around them that actually they don't need. Whereas in that design, they are in all the water that they've got, which they're not mega expensive, but like I say, it's something else that I would be buying when actually I've already got one, and been very kindly given one. So it's on the nice to have list. And then the final thing, we need a video monitor still, so I'm still researching them as to which one we need for that. I don't have a swaddle. I keep reading about swaddles. I don't really understand what swaddles are, so I need to do some more research as to, do I even want one of them? I haven't got a bloody clue. And then it'll be finally bits just for the nursery, really. in terms of just like aesthetic things, like lampshades, shelves, those kind of boring bits. And then I think we're there, and bar the whole like sleep suit dilemma as to whether we have enough vests and that. Currently, as we speak, I have 7 newborn vests and sleep suits, and I have 5 0 to 3, just in case I have a big baby and they go straight into 0 to 3, which 0 to 3 tends to start from about £9 onwards. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not wishing for an £9 at all, but who knows what you're going to end up with. So I'm thinking that's enough, because in my head they'd wear a sleep suit in the day, sleep suit at night, so that might last me 2 or 3 days if I'm in hospital for that long. But then again, I could have a sickie or a really explosive poobie baby, and be gone through those 4 sleep suits in a day. So I don't know. At which point, I just think in my head, I'm just then going to have to call on friends and family to pick up some really cute outfits for me. Here's my debit card, just go and pick me up some stuff. But yeah. Anyway, so that was a bit of a ramble, wasn't it? I don't even know how I got there. But all in all, completely overwhelmed. Oh my god, I've got little clothes. I'm going to have a human being soon. Completely overwhelmed by friends and family for doing it for me. Oh, I got an incredible cake too. I have eaten half of it though, so well, not just me. I mean, I am fat, but not that fat. It's not all cake. So I'll insert a photo. Actually, I'll insert a montage of the photos from the baby shower. So you can see, and you can see my full-on cake as well. But yeah, I think that is the end of the update for this week. I did say I would talk about hypnobirthing, but you know what? I might just do a separate video on it, because not everyone's going to be interested in it. And I think this video is probably long enough already. So I will say goodbye to you now. I will now do a montage of all the photos from the baby shower, and I'll catch up with you soon. I have a midwife appointment this week, so I may well do an update after that as well. So you might even get a double update this week. Woohoo! You lucky things. So yeah, so over and out, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!